Hey guys, TheVerveNerd here, and today my showcase is going to be on Awesomenauts. This game is by Ronimo Entertainment. It is a side-scrolling, platforming, MOBA type game. It is pretty interesting. It's in the vein of Dota and League of Legends. If you haven't heard of those games, then you're missing out, because those types of games are kind of the in thing right now, and a lot of people are trying to make these new and interesting MOBA types, and this is the result of one of those, and it's actually quite interesting on its aesthetic art style. Let me go into a practice match and kind of give you an example as we choose the characters here. But first, we've got our level designs here. We do have several different levels to choose from. You can't really like preview them in like a complete full way, but you can kind of like get a mini picture here and a slight description of what each level does have to offer, which is kind of cool. I usually would go random in this case, but this is what I was talking about with the different characters and such. You've got some really, really cool designs here for some of these. They're just kind of like fantastical. I think the artists pretty much were like, you know, let's make some of the most interesting, like weird looking, like space creatures we can for this game and just go with it. And I think they did. So if you're unfamiliar with the premise of this game, it's basically that you're like a bounty hunter and you're out to collect Solar, and the main game storyline features the adventures of Lone Star, but it does, like, you can play all these other characters as well, which is kind of cool. All the characters are unlocked for free based upon what level you are. So you start off like at level 1 with only like one character unlocked, which is Lone Star, and then as you level up by completing matches, you can then unlock your other characters. The other characters are unlocked fairly quickly, so it's not a problem of, you know, you're having to play the same character over and over and over again. And of course, it's always nice to be able to unlock them for free without having to pay money. It's something that League of Legends, I think you have to pay for a character for the unlock, so that's pretty interesting. Now, what it does have is it has these purchasable skins. Look at that skin. That is so awesome. Like, some of these skins are just amazing. I think my favorites are, I like Clunk's skin there. It's kind of like a Minecraft skin. And I'm a fan of the Voltar. Both of the Voltar skins are pretty amazing. And I like the Skuldir one quite a bit. But yeah, anyway, the skins are pretty awesome and they are purchasable. So they don't change how your character performs. They're just purely aesthetic choice on that. Of course, each character plays in a different way. Let me show you my favorite character here, which is Na. Of course, he has a backstory, just like every character, but his skills, he can spit out like this goo to like poison enemies and slow them down, deal damage over time potentially. And he can also like grow weeds that act like mini turrets to attack enemies as well. So that's what he is all about. Each character has their own unique jump ability. They have their own unique main ability, and then they have their own unique alternate ability. So his main ability would be his spit, and his alternate ability would be his plants, and then his normal melee attack would be his maw, and then his jump is there. And so all these characters have different jumps, different basic attacks, different mains, and different alternates. So it's kind of different from normal MOBAs in that respect, in that you only have like two like hard skills that you can increase, but in a way it kind of makes it more fun because of the platforming nature. So we're going to go ahead and go in and let me show you kind of an example of that. Now I'm just doing a practice match here, just to kind of show you guys what it's all about, but you can go online with this. This does have full online capabilities, and I do recommend you do so. It is a blast, I have to say. Alright, so before you do hop into the game, you come across this character selection screen, in which you can choose what you want for his different abilities. Like, for instance, for his Acid Spit, you've got a list of abilities to choose from. Some of them are unlockable whenever you reach a certain level. Like, I haven't reached level 61 yet, so I can't access this skill yet, but other skills are unlocked at other levels. So I have unlocked this many skills for his acid spit, and you can choose 3 among those that you want to use throughout the game. And those aren't what you would start out with, but those are ones that you could like purchase with Solar, which is your kind of like your in-game currency. You would purchase those with Solar as you would continue along. So if I chose the Spike Slime, this Feather Ball, and this Tentacle Soup, they would be unlocked in the actual game with Solar credits. And then once I unlock them with Solar credits, then I could use them. Whereas these that aren't like showing up at all, I wouldn't have any opportunity to use those in the game. So this is kind of where your strategic element comes into play. Alright, and as you can see, for my Weedlings, I've chosen Corrosive Spores, which increases the damage, and Weedlings live 15 seconds. I'm sorry, Weedlings that live after 15 seconds grow stronger, and Weedlings require less parts to build. And I think actually I'm going to change that. I'm going to take out Fertilizer and put in Flex Neck to increase my attack speed. I don't use Weedlings too often in the early game, but I think I'm going to change that out for now. Alright, now this is for my regular melee attack, which is just my left click. This excuse me, this skill increases my damage over time with my regular melee attack. This skill increases my attack speed, and this adds a life-stealing effect. So you can kind of see the theme I'm going for here. And of course I have 2 other unlockables that I haven't reached yet. And then this is just, the bottom one is just your general kind of like utility skills, I guess is a good word for it. So my 3 utility skills I chose here is to give me 150 Solar right off the bat, which helps me increase my skills quicker. Gives me a little early edge. Gain Solar over time, which is pretty cool for like mid to late game farming. And then my Power Pills, which gives me increased maximum health, because this hero is kind of squishy, as you will soon find out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into a match. Alright, you pretty much load right in, and you start here in this like kind of like drop pod here, I guess. And it's really cool, the mechanic they have in place, because what you have to do as you're falling, and this is every time you spawn, by the way, when you fall you have to collect the Solar that is there. Well, you don't have to, but it helps you out quite a bit to collect that Solar that drops down, giving you more credits whenever you hit the shop, which is pretty cool. Now, as you can see, I just purchased my abilities, and the 3 abilities that I chose did show up. I went ahead and got my Solar over time, and my immediate Solar benefit, and my Acid Goo that lets me spit further. This build focuses on Acid Goo and biting my enemies. Kind of annoying. I'll show you how that works. Enemies are kind of dumb in this practice mode, but that might be a clone there. That character that I'm attacking has an ability where he can make a clone of himself, so you never quite know if you're attacking the real one or not. So, the objective of the game is to destroy the enemy towers and get to their reactor, the enemy base, which is, if you start on the left-hand screen, is on the far right-hand corner of the screen. As I mentioned, you do have to destroy the towers in order to get to the base, because the towers do block and halt enemy movement. So there are 2 sets of towers before you reach that base, so, and there are 2 levels generally, so you have to basically just try to wear the towers out first before you can make any real progress. Just like any other MOBA, how you have towers that kind of slow down the progress and block the way. So that is definitely a thing. That guy kind of hurt me there a little bit. That's Lone Star there. He's the first character you can unlock. He's got this dynamite-like ability that you can shoot that is pretty cool. I'm rather a fan of it. I don't like him much as a character, but I do like that dynamite throw ability. It's pretty awesome. Oh, this guy's tearing me up. Yeah, this frog guy does quite a bit of damage with his regular melee attack. So I'm gonna go back there. Alright. And I'm gonna go back to base. Now, you do have a teleport ability that you can use at any time to transport you back to base, which is pretty cool. And it will help you heal up. Of course, the longer you're out of the fight, the longer you're out of the melee, the less solar you get, because you do collect solar by getting it off the ground, it does randomly spawn, and by killing creeps, and by killing enemies. So the more trips you make to your base, probably the less effective a farm you'll get in general. I think I can, if I can get a lucky shot on that guy, I can kill him, but I wasn't quite able to. Oh, I'm gonna die, guys. Oh, get back, super run away. Alright. I'm fine. Shoot, some spit down there. Let's see if I get lucky. Na's ability is really cool because you don't really see where it's coming from a lot of the time. You can just kind of log your spit and it'll stay on the ground for a little bit, which is pretty cool. So that definitely gives you like a lot of utility, a lot of room for like sneak attacks and stuff. And as you upgrade his bite, you can kind of move in with his bite after you use the spit attack and just really knock some enemies out and kind of surprise them. And if I'm not mistaken, my regular melee attack also poisons enemies as well. So, as you can see, these guys are like right in the middle of the spit, and they're just taking a crap ton of damage because they're trying to push this tower, but I just killed somebody because they stood in my spit too long. Now, of course, that wouldn't happen, you know, very often if you're playing like on a pub game against real-life people. So it is kind of entertaining to watch here in these practice matches. In a pub game, I would say Na's utility is more of a like to like let kind of keep the enemy away from you, I guess would be a good way to put it. So you can like hurl your acid spit, or you could put your weedlings down, and then that would kind of discourage the enemy from coming close to you. And if they did like overcommit, that's where Na really comes into to the focus, because he can really punish people that overcommit. Alright, so now we're going to increase my... add a life-stealing effect to my bite skill and increase my attack speed. Now that'll increase my survivability a lot if I do get in melee range, which is definitely what we want to do. We want to kind of hit him with the acid and then maybe come up behind him and start meleeing them. I'll kind of show you here. Kind of like that. Of course, I had 3 enemies on me there, so that was bad. That was a mistake on my part. I was kind of being a little overconfident there. You see, I got punished pretty hard for that. But, so every time you die, you do respawn in your drop pod again, and you do this little mini game once more, where you collect solar. You do that every time, which is, I think it's a nice touch that, that you know, other MOBAs don't practice. So I find that pretty cool. There are like little, as you can see, there were like little kind of trampoline things throughout the level, which allow you to get to places a little bit quicker if you need to. You can use those strategically as well. Let's see, I'm just kind of... Can I get him? Yes, I got him. Yeah, you can employ some really cool strategies with this guy. He might be forced to go back to base with that hit. I think next I need to increase my... oh, he looks like he got a heal. Of course, if you stand in my spit, you're gonna die. Oh, you missed the spit that time. That was unfortunate. Oh. There we go. That was a bit stressful. This guy's obviously a clone, not the real thing. It's kind of obvious sometimes of what some enemies can do and not do. This frog ability has that tornado, or that frog character rather, has a tornado ability, which does a crap ton of damage if you're in melee range of them. That is one of their main skills. And as you saw, that was a Lone Star's secondary ability there. Go. They're trying to push this tower, but I am not going to let them. You really need to... This tower is actually pretty low here, so... I think we can... Oh, nope. We need a big creep wave to be able to push that. In the meantime, I'm going to go down here and defend bottom. Oh, this looks like... Oh, that was a perfect opportunity. If that enemy would have stuck around, he would have died, so... Kudos to AI for not doing that. I don't think I got that health, did I? Ah, Dang it. If I would have gotten that health, that would have been great, but it's okay. Let's see. We kind of need to keep pushing them away from this here, so I'm going to kind of stay behind the turret. If you do stay behind the turret, they cannot attack you. Just something to keep in mind. It's pretty cool if an enemy is pushing your position. And let me just regain some health. There are this middle section here does allow you to kill creeps for health. This guy's dead. Hopefully my damage over time poison kills him. I think it might, unless he makes it back to base sometime. Oh, I'm dead. Though as well. I wasn't able to kill that guy either. I could have sworn I had him. So I think what I'm going to focus on is maybe a little more damage with my acid spit now. But that did allow my team to go ahead and destroy a tower in the process, which I'm fine with, because in reality, yeah, deaths kind of suck, because whenever you die, you do give the enemy team an advantage because they do get some solar, and of course you're out of the fight for that amount of time. But if your team is doing a good job, then it's really not that big of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and increase my max health because I'm having a little bit of problem here. As you can see, I have not leveled up my Wheedling ability yet. That is intentional. I use that strictly for late game because I just like to focus on these early game abilities. Ah, he's dead. That was so my kill, but I didn't get it, guys. Oh, here we have another creep, but this is like a mutant big creep here. You can use those creeps to help push if they're on your side. If you see one of them spawn, they are a little harder to take down than the normal creeps. When I say creeps, I mean the lane creeps, not the jungle creeps, so to speak. Jungle creeps being the ones that are in the middle, which really don't serve a function other than for you to kill, basically, and get health. And lane creeps that do serve a function. Oh wow, I actually killed somebody with my spit there. Now, lane creeps that do serve a function by helping you push lane naturally. Oh, that guy just ran right into my spit. He might be dead. That was not smart of him. Oh wow, that tower is like really super low. This guy's gonna die if he doesn't watch it. I wasn't able to jump high enough to get onto him there. Need to wait for my creep wave, and then I think we can just take out this tower. Especially if the enemies run right through my acid spit. Now we got an ally to help me out here. That's cool. Throw my spits to help support. And then my whole team's here now, so that's cool. Let's see, that was my own teammate. Throw my acid spit. No, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh, you got me, guys. I knew that was going to happen. But, once again, my team was able to destroy a turret with that. Wow, Zen, he is... I think he's like one of the only ones that actually have been able to get me. So, when you die as well, it does show who killed you and how they killed you. It shows a little portrait and then, like, what ability they would have used to kill you with. So, that's kind of informative there. Just the art style is just so charming in this game. I am in love with it. As you can see, the platforming works pretty well with the MOBA type style, so... Anybody who's worried about that, they need not fear. Oh. Zen, you are the bane of my existence. I'm gonna get behind my tower, yeah. As long as I stay like close to my tower when this guy's around, if I'm not full health that is, I will be okay. But I need to like have full health to be able to deal with him. He is pretty fed. Alright, let's continue pushing bottom here. Launch some spray at him, and then he should be going home now. We pretty much schooled that guy. Want some acid spit to help my creeps push. Really, this character isn't very good for pushing Gnaw because his melee attack is very short range, and it helps to have kind of like a longer ranged ability to be able to do that. Let's see. There we go. I didn't want to pop up right there because they could have like surrounded me. So, oh, here's a good opportunity though. This guy's in for it if he sticks around. He's gonna die. Did I get him? Well, I don't know when my guy was like attacking the left there when I meant to be attacking the right, but whatever. I stayed alive. That's all that matters, right guys? I am playing horribly. It is really hard to play and commentate at the same time. I've played pub matches before and have won at my skill level, and I think I'm level 41, I believe, so I'm not as terrible as I look, but I haven't played this game in a little bit, so I may be a little rusty as well. Hope you don't mind. Let's kill some more creeps to get my health up. Oh, hello. Yeah, he took some health there, but I was able to punish him pretty hard for it. And now he's like super surrounded, and he's gonna get some acid right in the face. Yep. So he is out of commission there for a little bit. I would love to be able to just come up behind him and finish him. Feels like I'm still not doing the damage that I need to do here. So I'm basically just gonna farm a little bit more. Oh, look at this guy. Cheeky. Let him run into my spit. AI is so stupid. Run back from that. And then now my team's here, so I can pretty much do what I want. Just pressure it. Now you can kind of see my strategy come into play. My bite slash spit really works pretty well, especially if you have allies around you at that period of time. There you go. Dealt with. Alright, I think I have enough solar now to teleport back to base. As far as the general interface is concerned, let me go ahead and damage over time. It's laid out pretty nice, pretty succinctly. Your skills do show up in the bottom middle of the screen, not unlike normal MOBAs. Your mini-map is off to the lower right-hand corner, and you can see all enemy movement and all friendly movement at all times, which is very nice. Your solar and your kill-death ratio is displayed above that, and your chat box is displayed on the lower left-hand side of the screen. And this guy's gonna die. I'm gonna get that health so he doesn't. And I don't know if that was the real thing or not. Yep, it was. Alright. And guys, we are already in their base. Match length is generally this long. About 30 minutes is probably your average match length. Maybe 20 minutes or so. It depends on if you're like in a pub match or a practice match, or how good you are, how rusty you are, etc., etc. Oh wow, I jumped upon them pretty easily. Oh no, they're gonna get me if I don't watch it. I got the health though. Ooh, man, Lone Star is pretty tanky. I have to watch out for him. As long as I keep throwing spit at him. Yes, run on home now. Go ahead and initiate so I can punish you. Nope. Alright. Fair enough. Alright, let's keep pushing this. Yeah, let's kind of defend. There we go. My creep doesn't have much life left in him, so I can't really push that. The towers destroy or target the closest enemy to them, so as long as there are creeps ahead of you, you can pretty much attack the towers without having to suffer their wrath, essentially. Oh, I'm doing really poorly here. Oh, good. He stepped in my slow spit. That's good. Alright. I'm gonna grab some health. Probably go back to base, actually. do some more upgrading. Alright. Some more of that. I think it's about time to start the Weedlings. Weedlings are pretty cool late game because your towers are like weaker, and what I like to do is I like to set Weedlings up at the tower locations if they're lower on health, and that pretty much helps bolster the defense while I go out and attack. So we're cleaning up here. We got a pretty good push going on. That was a mistake for this guy, and he died almost immediately. Push this tower here. I'm gonna take a lot of damage, but oh, it got me actually. I thought that the focus would go back to the other guy, but it didn't. That's alright. We're just pushing at this point. The enemy can't really do much to us because we still have 2 towers left, and they have almost no towers, so. And I might be able to go back to base again after I respawn if I get enough solar and get another ability. So, let's do that, shall we? There we go. That was alright. Got 217 solar. I don't know if that'll be enough or not. Yes, it is. Increasing my maximum health a little bit more. That doesn't scale like the best, so it's probably not necessarily a good idea to go ahead and max that, but it's there nonetheless. Alright, let's get rid of that guy. Alright. Go back a little bit, collect the solar. Whoops. Every character has a different move speed as well. The assassin-like characters tend to move faster naturally than the other characters do. I think your assassin-like characters are like Froggy G and I can't ever remember the other one. The French one. I can't remember his name. Leon or something. I think it's Leon is his name. Yeah, he moves pretty quickly. Just throw some spit. Oh, totally missed with that. That's no good. Alright. Let's go back here and get this health. There we go. Kill some creeps. And then maybe push top again. I was going to say push bottom, but there's really no point. If I can just cover these guys. Oh, you walk right into that stuff. You're gonna eat my spit, bud. Eat my spit. Yeah, pretty much forcing their entire team to go back to base. So there we go. Oh wow, he got a pretty good shot on me there. I didn't expect that. My entire team was at base apparently, so I should have paid a little bit more attention to the minimap there. Probably. We're eventually gonna get this, guys. Promise. The respawn timer does get longer the more deaths you have, and the later on in the game it is. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer here. But this time I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Probably just getting antsy for the match to end at this point, but should probably play it a little bit more safe. There we go. Okay, so now I think I'm fully upgraded on my bite, which is going to be pretty handy. You can see my attack speed is pretty high now. Looks like the enemy team's trying to push top, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to counter push bottom. In the meantime, hopefully do some serious damage to this tower. But I don't want to overcommit though, so let's back away. Let's try to finish this tower off. And I should be able to get it. There we go. Of course, I may die for this again. Nope, enemy stupid. I should have died there, honestly. But I really wanted to push that tower out. So we now have a clear path all the way to their base. And we still have 2 towers left, but they are in bad shape. So what I'm going to do is plop a Weedling down, and I'll show you that secondary ability. Which is... oh, never mind. Alright, that's the match, guys. So as soon as we took that second tower down, we pretty much were able to get in there and just destroy their base. And so that's it. At the end of the match, you do get a summary screen showing you how much solar you had, how many kills, how many deaths, how many turret kills, and what skills you use, etc., etc. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my showcase of Awesomenauts, and if you'd like to see more content from Awesomenauts, just pop a comment in this video below, and don't forget to visit me at my channel at youtube.com/TheVerveNerd. Thanks, guys.